All right, this morning, the Senate will vote on a war powers resolution pushed by Senate Democrats to block President Trump from utilizing the armed forces against Venezuela without congressional approval. Florida Senator Ashley Moody will take part in that vote, and she joins me now. Senator, good morning to you. Rand Paul is a yes on this vote. Do you think that this is going anywhere?
I don't. I mean, this is another example of the Democrats trying to keep any sort of expectation that the United States or law enforcement officers will enforce the law. Remember, we're not at war with Venezuela. Nicolas Maduro is a narco trafficker that's been under indictment for years. In the indictment that was unveiled by the Department of Justice, you can see that he has been using that office. And by the way, he was an illegitimate leader. He was never the legitimate president of Venezuela, but he was using that office to organize, cooperate with, embolden, assist drug cartels. He was functioning as a leader of a drug cartel, even using a presidential hangar to push out drugs that ended up in the United States of America. Some were coming to Florida. If you read the indictment, I mean, it is a great day that we have a president that has reset the expectations, not only of these cartel leaders, but these foreign nations that, look, you cannot thumb your nose at the enforcement of the rule of law. We are resetting expectations. So this was a law enforcement operation that the military assisted with. We went in, we got a narco trafficker. He's now facing justice in the United States of America. The Democrats, as you can see time and time again, even within our own country, they do not want to set an expectation that the rule of law will be enforced. They do not want to support the men and women of law enforcement of going after those people that would harm Americans. We see it over and over, and it's weakening us. It was weakening us as a nation. And thank goodness we have President Trump in office who is resetting those expectations.
You know, you said that we are not at war with Venezuela, and I want to raise this from Virginia Senator Tim Kaine, who wrote President Trump started a war with Venezuela that is profoundly disrespectful to U.S. troops, deeply unpopular, suspiciously secretive, and likely corrupt. How is that America first? What is your response to your colleague, Senator Kaine?
Yeah, as Attorney General of Florida, I traveled not only throughout my own state, but the nation, saw grieving families who lost children, who lost loved ones to the just overwhelming surge of drug trafficking and the strength of the cartels. And look at our border. We reset. Not only did we push more money last year under the Working Families Tax Cut Act, we pushed more money into the hands of law enforcement to secure our border. We also said, do what you need to do. Under Biden, as AG, I fought. We saw that courts were saying, not only are you not enforcing the law, you're encouraging lawless programs to embolden these criminal networks. Under President Trump, and now that we have this new Senate majority, new majorities in Congress, we're saying, here's the resources you need. Go and do your jobs. Enforce the law. And what have we seen now at the border? We're not releasing anyone into the interior. Hundreds of thousands of people every month less are even trying to come into the country. It is amazing what you can accomplish when you support the men and women in law enforcement and set the expectation that indeed we are a nation under a rule of law and that good men and women of law enforcement are going to enforce those laws. And you see what happens to not only a state, but the entire country.
Well, we have to leave it there, but we understand that you're going to be visiting the border tomorrow. So we'd love to have you back on to talk about that after your trip and tell us what you saw. Florida Senator Ashley Moody, thank you so much for joining us. We appreciate your time as always.
Great to be with you.
I'm Steve Doocy.
I'm Brian Kilmeade.
And I'm Ainsley Earhart. And click here to subscribe to the Fox News YouTube page to catch our hottest interviews and most compelling analysis.